Hi everyone, Melissa here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video. I'm sporting this hat today because, well, you guys, it's been a long day. I don't know where today went. It has just been crazy and I just did not take the time to do anything fun with my hair, so hat it is. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about just two things in this video because I have one thing which wouldn't take long and another thing which probably wouldn't take long. So I thought, hey, why not put them together in one video? So here we go. Let's start with Value Village haul. Okay. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love thrift shopping and I have been finding some good stuff lately. Now I went to Value Village the other day and I wasn't so lucky this time. I didn't really find much of anything. However, one thing did catch my eye and I'm going to show you and then I'm going to explain. Okay. Okay, let's just show you first. Okay, I got this. Okay, you see it? Here it is. It is a very large fake ivy plant in a little wicker basket. Now, here's the interesting thing, okay? Here's something interesting. So, first of all, I paid, so you see that? $6.99 at Value Village. Here's something interesting. On the bottom of this is another little sticker. I don't know if you can see it or not. $5.99 from the Salvation Army thrift store. So what this means is, at some point, somebody found this at the Salvation Army thrift store. Then they decided they didn't want it anymore and donated it to Value Village, who then priced it at $6.99. So either whoever was pricing this didn't look very close at it and didn't see that it was $5.99 and decided to put $6.99 on it, or they did see that it was $5.99 and decided to still charge more than what the last person had bought it for, which I think is kind of shady. Like, if that's what they want to do, okay, I get it, but at least remove the $5.99 sticker, Value Village. Now, because that sticker is still on there, I assume they didn't notice it, which just goes to show you that they really don't look at what they have before they put it out on the sales floor. They don't look to see if things are damaged or broken or anything like that. They just price it and out it goes. If I was an employee of Value Village, I would be looking the whole thing over to make sure it's all there, it's not broken, you know, before I price it, so I can price it accordingly. But again, that's me. So anyway, this is quite large, okay, and you're probably asking yourself, Melissa, why did you buy this? Because, I mean, obviously it's fake, right? So this is why I bought it. This is going to be a project, okay? And I'm going to take you along for that journey once we get to it. I've been working on some projects lately. I've got a bunch of videos coming soon for you guys to watch. And this will make a lot more sense once we do that project and I share the video with you, okay? But still, $6.99, okay? Even though it was $5.99 at Salvation Army thrift store, $6.99 is still a good price because fake greenery is really expensive. If you've ever been to Michael's, where they have all the different, unless you can get it like at 60% off, it's expensive. But yes, so I picked this up because I was like, I can use that. So that's all I found at Value Village. I went to both Value Villages and that is all I found, okay? So that's the first story I want to share with you. Now, second story. You guys know, if you've been following me and watching my videos, that I don't pay full price for pretty much anything. I mean, I am very thrifty and I need to be, because I mean, COVID, COVID hit and we lost a lot of income and we just don't have a lot of money. Now, don't confuse that with I don't buy a lot of things, because if you've been watching my videos, you know I buy a lot of things, right? But I don't usually pay full price, okay? So on that note, I've also been talking a little bit about health and needing to just spend more time on me, try to get healthier, you know, try to lose some weight, try to eat better, exercise, get my sleep, get my water, you know, all the things everyone is supposed to do all the time, okay? It's time to focus on that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on this. And I've been doing pretty good with a lot of things. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should look into a Fitbit. Now, here's the thing. Okay. I had a Fitbit years ago. Like, I don't even know, like back in 2010, maybe, like 11 years ago, like a long time ago. I had a Fitbit, and it was one of the really old, you know, the first ones that came out. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like how it felt on my wrist. It just, I found it more annoying than anything, and I didn't like it. So I used it for a bit and then I sold it. I had bought, okay, again, I bought it secondhand because I don't pay full price. But I didn't like it, so I sold it. Then I ended up getting another one. I don't even remember what it was, what make it was. It was a Fitbit, but I don't remember. And I got one as a gift. And again, I'm like, I'm not going to use this because I didn't like the first one. I'm not going to use it. So I got it brand new as a gift. So I ended up selling it, which was great at the time because I wasn't going to use it, right? And now I'm like, maybe I should get a Fitbit. But I mean, that was years ago. So I'm like, there's so many different types of Fitbits. Some do different things. So I spent a lot of time researching them and finding the one that I thought would work best for me. And I mean, you can look, you can go and compare all the different kinds. There's a lot of charts and stuff that have all the different kinds, right? So I was looking at them all, and I decided that the Fitbit Charge 4 was the one I wanted. It just seemed like it had all the things that I would use. I liked the look of it. I liked the style of it. And I just liked it. Then I noticed that they had a special edition Fitbit Charge 4. So basically the special edition part was the band of a Fitbit. Most Fitbits have that kind of plasticky silicone type of bands, like watch band type thing. And this one was more of a woven material type band in the special edition. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I would like that better. So I decided this was the one I wanted. Now I looked at the price, you guys. The price, brand new, Sport Check, okay? Sport Check had them at, was it $189.99? So $190 plus tax. Sport Check. Best Buy had it at $169.99, $170 plus tax. Okay, you guys. So, you know, the cheapest one, $170 plus tax. So obviously, I'm not paying that. I'm not doing it. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I will make a mental note, Fitbit Charge 4 Special Edition, and I will wait for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day. I'll wait for a sale day, right? Maybe I can snag one at a good price. Not a problem. So I just kept it in the back of my mind. I'm like, Kate, that's what I'm doing. Perfect. Then the next day, after I had done all this research, after I had found the one I wanted, after I made the mental note of wait for a sale, the next day I was scrolling through Facebook like I do, right? And I'm like, I'm just going to check Facebook Marketplace because I do, right? I'm a buyer. I buy things. So I was on Facebook Marketplace and I didn't even search for it. I didn't even think to search for a Fitbit on there, but it came across like newly listed today, right? They have that shows up first, what was just listed in your area. And on there was a Fitbit Charge 4 special edition. I kid you not. It was on there. And it was just listed, like, it was like within 15 minutes of them posting it. And I'm like, what? So I read their description, and all it said was brand new, not what I thought it was, $100 or best offer. $100 or best offer. So I'm like, really? That's a good savings, because the cheapest one I could find was $170 plus tax, right? So you're already looking at almost $200. That's already a half price. So, because I'm cheap, I immediately sent a message because I'm like, if this is brand new like they say it is, it's not going to last. She just posted this 15 minutes ago. Maybe I have a chance, because I've had this happen before where I'll comment or send a message on something and it was just posted and they're like, oh, sorry, it sold within like 5 minutes. So I'm like, crap, immediately send a message. So the message I sent was, would you take $80? Right? And now I've sent that message. While I'm waiting for them to respond, I'm researching just to make sure that this is a good deal, right? And it is. She writes back saying, it's still available. I would do 90. I'm like, yes, sold. So I'm like, perfect. Now, I'm in Saskatoon. She's in Martensville. Now, Martensville is a little town just outside of Saskatoon, okay? I think it's like a 20-minute drive from where I am, maybe 20, 25 minutes, maybe tops. So I'm like, great, I will take it. When can I pick it up? And she wrote back, I'm in Martensville. And I'm like, that's fine, not a problem. I'll drive, don't mind, right? Because in my head, I'm like, this is more than 50% off. Like $90 for a brand new Fitbit Charge 4 special edition? And the cheapest I can find is $170 plus tax? Yeah. Okay. So then, right, you're always thinking in the back of your head, like, okay, number one, is it brand new? You know, like, if it's brand new, why wouldn't they just take it back to the store and get their money back? You know, like, but whatever. So I drive there, and again, the only thing I know about Fitbits is like the old new ones that like the first editions that came out. So I don't know anything about Fitbits. I don't know how to turn them on, like all these new, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, whatever, don't know. So I get there, and it's a woman, and she's probably in her, I don't know, like early 50s maybe. And it's like in box, like she has it in the box. And as I'm walking up, I'm like, hi, I'm like, so it's new? And she said, yeah, it's new. I thought it was more of a watch that I could do like email and, you know, more things like that on it. But it turns out it's more of just a tracker. And I'm like, well, that's perfect, because I don't like the email and all. I'm not into that. I don't like that. I just want a tracker. That's what I want. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm looking for a tracker. She goes, well, here you go. I mean, it's new. I didn't even, you know, like I didn't even program it or anything. And I'm like, great, thank you. So gave her the money, took the box, got into the car, opened the box just to make sure. Now, it was sealed, but you could tell that the seal had been opened. So I'm like, oh crap, right? So I opened it, I took it out of the box, and again, I'm like, I don't know if it's all in here. So it looked like the Fitbit was in there. It looked like the special edition band was in there. It also had another, just like a black, like silicone type band as well. And a charging cable. And the black silicone band still was wrapped like new. You could tell that wasn't used. The charging cable looked new. It was still in the little box. It looked new, like it hadn't been used. The special edition band was on the Fitbit. And there was no instructions. There was no instructions. So I'm like, crap. There's no instructions. And there was a button on the side, and I tried to turn it on, and it didn't turn on. And I'm like, crap. Like, is this going to work? So whatever, I took it home, showed my husband, because he's like the tech guy, right? I'm like, just tell me, is everything here? Is it going to work? Did I get scammed? Tell me. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, you're no help. So I was like, okay. So we plugged it in, went to charge it, and it looked like it was starting to charge. We're like, okay, good sign. And then it wasn't charging. And I'm like, oh. So well, maybe it's not on there properly. So we're trying to get it, and then, okay, it's charging. And then I'd put it down, and I'd come back and check, and it's not charging. And we're like, oh my God, did I get scammed on this? But it does look new. Like, it doesn't have any scratches. It doesn't look like it was ever worn. So turns out, the way we were laying it down, it was kind of hitting the counter in a way that dislodged it slightly from the charging port. So I turned it over, and then it charged perfectly. So I'm like, oh, thank God. So it charged, it turned on, it works. You guys, here it is. I love it. Can you see? This is the special edition band. So it's like a woven, like, material. It's kind of like, I'd say black, but it's more like a charcoal and white fleck band. Can you see the screen? Like, it's not scratched at all. It works. Sorry, it's only when I look at it, it turns on. Okay. So it turns on, it works. I have been wearing this since I got it. Like, when did I get it? Like a week and a half ago, maybe? No, has it even been that long? A week ago? I don't know. A week and a half ago. We'll say a week and a half ago. You guys, I love it. I love it. Number one, it's comfortable. I like that I have a watch now, because I used to wear a watch and I stopped. So I just have to look at it, and it's like, oh, there's the time. Love it. Okay. I can scroll through. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. But it tells me on the screen the time, the date on the main screen. It tells me what my pulse rate is, like my heart rate. It's on, like, right on the main screen. Then you can flip through. It tells you how much battery you have, so you know when you have to charge it. By the way, the Charge 4, it depending on what programs and stuff you use, it can last up to 7 days without being charged. So, okay, well, based on that, then it's been less than 7 days, because I've been wearing it every day since, and I've only charged it that one time, and it's down to 25% battery. So, okay, so it's been like not even a week that I've had this. So that's nice. It tells me how many steps I've done. Like, you guys, that's great, because you're supposed to do 10,000 steps a day, right? You guys, I'm not there. I'm not even there. I'm averaging about 5,000 steps a day, which is actually more than I thought, because, like, for today example was a crazy day. I literally spent all afternoon on the phone. I've been so busy. So I literally was sitting on the phone all afternoon. I wasn't walking anywhere, and I still managed to get 5,000 steps in. So that's good. Anyway, on top of that, You can log, so it's got my resting heart rate and what my heart rate is right now. It tells me how far in kilometers I've walked. So today it's been like 3.5 kilometers. It tells me how many calories I've burned today. It tells me how many flights of stairs I have gone up today. Cool, hey? It also, if you wear it while you're sleeping, which I do, it tracks your sleep, okay? So that's good. It also, you can put your weight in here, so it'll track your weight. It'll track your water, your exercise. You guys, it's all in here. And it also connects to my phone, which I don't know if I can do this right now because I'm in airplane mode, but let's see. Yeah, okay, so hang on. I gotta take myself off airplane mode. I just put in airplane mode because I'm filming and I didn't want it to be blooping, but that's fine. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Okay, so this is on my phone. Okay, so it's got here my steps, okay, how many flights of stairs, how many kilometers and how many calories I've burned. And then you can, it's got stress management. How cool is this? So you log how you're feeling. So you go in and it's like, okay, it's got the time and the day, and you can put your very calm, your calm, neutral, stressed, or very stressed. So right now I'm going to say I'm neutral, and I just log that reflection, okay? And then it gives you your sleep score. So last night I ended up sleeping 8 hours and 19 minutes, which is great because they say 8 to 9 hours a night. And my sleep score was at 89, which is pretty good. Now, if you click on that, it actually will show you over the week. Okay, so yeah, I've had it for 5 days. It shows you your sleep score each day of the week. And you can go down here, and if you click on today, it'll bring it up. Look at this. You guys, this is awesome. It shows you your sleep stages down here. How awesome is that? So when you're awake, when you're in REM sleep, when you're in a light sleep, and when you're in a deep sleep, you can see when that happens. And if you scroll down, it actually tells you how many minutes or how many hours you were in each stage. Really? So I was awake for 1 hour and 11 minutes throughout the night. I had 2 hours and 10 minutes of REM sleep, 4 hours and 36 minutes of light sleep, 1 hour and 33 minutes of deep sleep. How cool is that, right? It even shows you your estimated oxygen variations throughout the nighttime. And you may be wondering, why do I care about that? You want to know why? Because it can give you an indication. Now, just an indication. This isn't going to replace a doctor or anything like that. But it can tell you or indicate if there's a chance you have sleep apnea. Because, like, I'm pretty low. You see that? I'm down here. If it spiked to over the high line, and it was up there for most of the night, then that's a good indication that I actually have sleep apnea. And then I can go to my doctor and say, can you test me for sleep apnea? But I mean, I'm pretty good. My oxygen levels are pretty low there. They're not high. So that's really good. But it's awesome. And you can set your sleep schedule of when you want to be in bed and when you want to wake up. So like I want to be in bed by 11 p.m. every night. So it actually, this will vibrate at 11 to say, time to get ready for bed. And it's such a good reminder because to be like, oh, yeah, it's 11. Let's go to bed, right? You guys, this is just so cool. So it shows you all of that. Now here's some other cool stuff. Okay, so bedtime, yes. Okay, so you can track your mindfulness, and you're probably wondering, what is that? This is meditation, relaxation. They actually have right in here little like here, this is 10 minutes. Oh wait, that's a premium one. Hang on, there's a 2-minute stress reliever for 2 minutes. I'm just going to play it so you can hear it. Let me turn up my volume, okay? So this is what it sounds like. I'm not going to play the whole 2 minutes, but just so you have an idea, okay? You just click on it. Okay, here we go.
Begin by taking slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Make sure these breaths are flowing all the way down into your stomach. Keep these breaths smooth and rhythmic.
It's so awesome. Like this 2 minutes. Who doesn't have 2 minutes to spare? Seriously. And I can't begin to tell you how important just taking a few deep breaths throughout the day really is. You feel so much better. It gives you a chance to relax your body, just to take some time for you. It's awesome. And then at the end of this 2 minutes, we'll say, do you want to log this session? You click yes, and it'll log the session that you've done meditation. And there's different ones. So that's a 2-minute one. There's a 5-minute one. I think those are the only free ones right now. You can pay for a premium subscription, which of course then you get a lot more, but 2 or 5 minutes. And I mean, you can do them more than once, right? Or more throughout the day than just one time. But how awesome is that? You can track your exercise and you can write in here like what you did, cardio, you know, whatever, weightlifting. You can track it all in there. You can track the steps per hour. I put in here that I'm like awake and walking for 12 hours out of a day is what I said. And it has put in here how many steps I should do every hour. So again, my Fitbit will vibrate if I'm not going to make my steps per hour, and it'll say, you still have this many steps left, right? And then it's like, ooh, I better start walking. I better get those steps in. It's so awesome. Just that little reminder. And it's funny, like, I never thought before how easy it was to exercise. And I know that sounds funny, but I'll be in the kitchen, for example, making supper, and my Fitbit will vibrate, being like, hey, you still need 110 steps. And I'm like, oh, crap. And while I'm cooking or while I'm waiting for the microwave or whatever I'm doing in there, I literally jog in place to get my steps in, which is great because it elevates my heart rate. I'm exercising, I'm jogging in place, right? I'm getting my steps in. I'm actually doing more exercise than I used to just by doing that. And it's been a really great reminder. I'm loving it. You guys, I'm loving it. Because I always say, you know, like, don't worry so much about how much exercise you have to do every day or what you're going to do for exercise. Just move. That's it. It doesn't matter if you just jog in place. It doesn't matter if you go up and down the stairs 3-4 times. Just move. That's it, right? Even like, I know it sounds funny, but I use my hands to talk a lot. Even that movement, right? Like if I'm just sitting here talking to you like this and not really moving anything, I'm not burning any calories because I'm just sitting here, right? But if I'm like gesturing and moving around and, you know, like it, honestly, I know it sounds stupid, but it all adds up. It really does. So I'm loving this Fitbit. You guys, I'm loving it. Here's something else. Okay, like I said, you can track your weight, you can track your water, you can put in here what your goal is. So like I put in here, my goal is 1,500 milliliters of water a day. Okay, and I track as I drink my water, I put it in here. And then if I hit 1,500 mils or whatever, it gives a big like, you did it, and you get a little star. And I know it sounds stupid. I know the star system, I get it. But you guys, that motivates me. I'm sorry, it really does. It motivates me. You can track your food in here. I just go into here and I put my food in. Now here's the other thing. I haven't tracked my food yet today. I actually haven't eaten much today, but you can track it in here. So again, you can put what your goal is, how many calories you want to take in. But look, you can go up here and there's a plus to add your food. There's also a barcode reader. That's right. So if you're eating something that comes in a package and there's a barcode, you can just scan the barcode and it'll just show up. How easy is that? Easy. I love it. Okay. So that's all good. It even has in here, you guys, it's funny. It has recipes in here that you can also get. Okay. It breaks down like all your nutrients to tell you how many carbs, how much protein. It's all in here. You guys, it's all in here. Now here's something funny too. Remember how I said I had a Fitbit like years ago? Well, it remembered me. Even though this is a new device, it remembered me because it was the same login I had from years ago. And if you go back, I still have my food from way back when. It's still in here. So like, cool. So yeah, here's another thing for all the women out there. Okay. We go through a time of the month. It tracks it for you. And not only does it track it for you and tell you when it's supposed to start and when it's going to end, you know, obviously based on your cycle because everyone's different. It tells you when your fertility window is. What? I wish I had known this back when my husband and I were trying to have a child. To know when that little window is of when you're most fertile, that would have really helped. But how cool is that? Like the things it tracks is amazing. So I just wanted to share that with you. I am absolutely loving this Fitbit. And I mean, this one, again, if you're thinking of getting one, do your research. Compare the different models. See which ones you like. See which one has, you know, the features that is going to be best for you. I also really like this one because it's like a little rectangle. Some of the other ones, they're more of a square, like a bigger watch type one. My husband has one like that. I don't like those as much. I like this one way better. And I'm loving this band. This band is awesome. Now, again, with most Fitbits nowadays, you can buy different types of bands for Fitbits. You can pretty much get them anywhere. Like I've seen them Sport Check, Walmart, Wish, like you can get them anywhere. And there's all different types of bands, the silicone bands, like the woven bands. You can even get ones that look more like a bracelet, like a little linked metal around. It looks more bracelet-like. Like there's lots of different colors and styles and patterns. Like you can get so much. But I'm loving this Fitbit and I think it's definitely helping me. Now, obviously it's new. I am not good with technology, you guys. I am not good. So I'm not using it to its full potential yet. I mean, I'm sure I will get there eventually, but right now I'm still trying to figure out all the functions and features and remembering to track all of this stuff. But I gotta tell you, just having all of it in one place is really nice because I was using my Fitness Pal to track all my food. And then I had like a sleep cycle app to track my sleep. I can do it all now with this and it's great. So yay for Fitbits. Do you guys have a Fitbit? Which one do you have? Have you tried this one? Are you wanting this one? Let me know. Put some comments down below. I'm curious to know. I'm just getting into this. I'm obviously new. I have no clue. If you guys have any tips, tricks, anything like that, I am all ears because I need to learn as much as I possibly can. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys was my Fitbit and my little Value Village haul. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I love the support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.